The story begins with Anthony, a man accused of murdering his wife. Despite his constant pleas of innocence, all evidence points against him, and the decision is made to send him to prison. Anthony's 2 children are left completely orphaned, as they believe their father will never return. Meanwhile, a private tech company, known for its advanced technology, presents a groundbreaking concept to the government, a game involving virtual reality. This company offers criminals with severe records the chance to participate in a virtual reality game instead of serving their sentences. In this game, participants must complete multiple levels, and any injury sustained in the game would affect their real bodies. If a player dies in the game, they die in real life as well. The catch? The last surviving player would be granted complete freedom, able to live their life without any prison sentence. With no other choice, Anthony agrees to join the game, just like many other criminals. The company's owner, Haas, oversees the project. 10 criminals, including Anthony, are hooked up to a machine and teleported into the virtual reality world. Once inside, the host appears to explain the rules. The participants must reach a safe zone to survive. Each of them has a collar that will indicate their proximity to the safe zone. Green means they are safe, while red means they are far from it. The host warns them that death in the game means death in real life, as a special injection has been administered into their bodies that will paralyze and kill them upon virtual death. Participants are allowed to attack and kill each other to improve their chances of survival. With these grim instructions, the host wishes them luck and disappears. The game begins with a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex appearing out of nowhere and immediately devouring one of the participants. This player's death in the virtual world triggers their death in real life. The remaining participants scatter, trying to save themselves. Back at the headquarters, Haas returns to monitor the game, accompanied by Sienna, the project's director. Sienna excitedly informs him that the game has garnered a massive audience, with viewership skyrocketing. The team continues broadcasting the game to ensure maximum engagement. Inside the game, a participant named Billy attempts to attack another player named Albert. However, Albert turns out to be a cannibal. As soon as Billy turns his back, Albert bites his ear, forcing Billy to flee for his life. Meanwhile, Haas updates the viewers about the game stages. The players must survive 4 levels: a dangerous forest, a labyrinth, a mining field, and a secret 4th stage, which will be revealed at the end. Each stage is teeming with deadly dinosaurs ready to devour any human they encounter. As the participants navigate the forest, Billy attacks a young woman named Joy. Anthony intervenes to protect her, engaging in a fight with Billy. Despite Billy's larger size and strength, Anthony blinds him by throwing dirt in his eyes. Joy then finishes Billy off by smashing a rock into his head. Shocked by Joy's aggression, Anthony confronts her, but she coldly explains that survival requires such actions. The two team up and continue moving through the forest. Meanwhile, in the real world, protests erupt against the game. People are outraged by the idea of criminals being killed in such a brutal manner. Lara, a journalist, interviews Anthony's children. His daughter pleads for the game to be stopped, insisting that her father is innocent, while his son claims that Anthony was framed. Lara records their statements and leaves, determined to expose the truth. Back in the game, Joy suddenly turns on Anthony, attacking him out of mistrust. She ties a rope around his neck and leaves him to suffocate, laughing as she walks away. Lara informs the audience about Joy's psychopathic behavior, revealing that she had previously attempted to attack Lara during an interview. As Anthony's children watch him struggle, they pray for his survival. Just when it seems he will die, another participant named Ben arrives and rescues him. Ben suggests forming an alliance to increase their chances of survival. Anthony agrees, and the two set off together. Lara reviews Ben's pre-game interview, in which he had criticized the justice system and called for its reform. Before Lara can delve deeper, Sienna interrupts her, warning her to focus on her assigned tasks or risk being fired. Meanwhile, a player named Voss encounters 2 dangerous brothers, known as the Meeson brothers, in the forest. The brothers are notorious for killing anyone to ensure their own survival. When the brothers threaten to kill Voss, he offers them money to treat their sick mother if they let him live. The older brother considers the offer, but the younger one refuses and attacks Voss. Suddenly, a pack of dinosaurs appears, forcing the 3 men to flee together. Anthony and Ben successfully reach the safe zone, becoming the first participants to clear stage 1. Meanwhile, Albert, the cannibal, attacks a woman named Stephanie, but they both manage to escape into the safe zone just in time. In total, 8 participants survive the first stage and are taken to a small chamber where they pass out due to their collars. The host informs the audience that only 8 of the 10 players have made it past stage 1 and announces the beginning of stage 2. When the participants regain consciousness, the host explains the next challenge. They must solve a puzzle displayed on a screen. The first to complete it will receive a powerful gun. As the game begins, Albert finishes the puzzle first and claims the gun. He immediately shoots Voss in the leg and points the weapon at Ben. However, Anthony intervenes, disarming Albert without killing him. Suddenly, small carnivorous dinosaurs appear in the chamber, prompting the players to finish their puzzles quickly and escape. Ben, whose screen was destroyed by Albert's earlier shot, cannot complete his puzzle. Anthony breaks Ben's chains with the gun, and the two flee together. Anthony fends off the dinosaurs, shooting at them to protect the remaining players. In the chaos, Ben gets separated from Anthony and ends up back in the starting chamber, where he faces 2 large dinosaurs. Despite his attempts to fight back, he is overpowered and killed. Stephanie, hiding nearby, is almost caught, but Anthony shoots the dinosaur just in time to save her. However, the sound of the gunfire attracts more dinosaurs, forcing them to prepare for the next fight as the stage grows increasingly deadly. The story continues with the 7 remaining players regrouping, trying to find a way out. After some time, they discover the path ahead is completely blocked. Anthony notices an air ventilation shaft nearby and uses his gun to shoot it open, creating a small escape route. The players start crawling out one by one while Anthony holds back the pursuing dinosaurs. Fortunately, everyone makes it out safely, but Albert, still seeking revenge on Anthony, attacks him from behind. Albert manages to snatch Anthony's gun, but it's out of bullets, rendering it useless. Anthony punches Albert hard, knocking him unconscious. Shortly afterward, the host appears and congratulates the 7 players for clearing stage 2. Stephanie, having completed the stage first, is rewarded with a map that would be helpful for the next challenge. Stage 3, the mining field. As Stephanie examines the map, the Missen brothers snatch it from her and begin advancing alone. The other players have no choice but to follow them. Anthony and Stephanie notice several large dinosaurs, some of which appear to be herbivorous, but they remain wary of potential carnivorous threats. Meanwhile, in the real world, Lara informs the viewers about Stephanie's criminal past, revealing she has killed over 10 people in real life. During an interview with Sienna, the director of the game, a reporter questions the morality of such a deadly game. Sienna defends the program, insisting that these criminals deserve their punishment and her organization sees no ethical issues in the process. Back in the game, the Missen brothers continue using the map to navigate the dangerous terrain. Suddenly, a carnivorous plant traps Voss and begins consuming him. The younger Missen brother tries to save Voss by attacking the plant, but Voss reveals he lied about having money to help their sick mother. Enraged, the elder brother kills Voss, causing the map to fall to the ground. Stephanie seizes the opportunity to retrieve it. The elder Missen brother declares he wants to quit the game, but his younger brother insists they continue as planned. At this point, the host reappears, explaining the next objective. They must reach a container and insert the map into it to activate the next level. However, the area is rigged with landmines, demonstrated by a dinosaur that steps forward and is blown apart. The players are given a countdown to complete the task. Stephanie uses the map to guide the group safely through the minefield, with everyone following her lead. However, the elder Missen brother grabs Anthony and threatens to kill him, saying he no longer wants to play the game. Anthony breaks free, pushing the brother away and escaping into the safe zone just as time runs out. The elder brother is left outside, and his collar detonates, killing him instantly. His younger brother mourns his death, but is soon attacked and killed by flying dinosaurs. Stephanie and the others manage to reach the container, activating it to complete stage 3. Inside, Stephanie finds a knife and bullets, giving her a significant advantage. She declares that things will now go according to her terms. Anthony notices Joy's absence and sets out to find her. He discovers Joy standing by a cliff, enjoying the view. Anthony approaches Joy, confessing that his daughter reminds him of her and that he loves his family dearly. He reveals the truth about his wife's death, explaining that a criminal broke into their home and stabbed her, but the police framed him for the murder. Joy, however, dismisses his story, stating she only cares about winning the game and securing her freedom. Suddenly, Stephanie screams for help as Albert attacks her. Anthony rushes to her rescue and fights Albert. During the struggle, Albert stabs Anthony with a wooden shard and uses Stephanie's bullets to launch a series of attacks. Severely injured, Anthony hides among some rocks, but his blood trail leads Albert to him. The two engage in a fierce battle, with Anthony ultimately disarming Albert and pushing him off a cliff. Albert lands in a swarm of strange, carnivorous insects that devour him completely. At the headquarters, viewers are shown footage of a woman crying over Albert's death, but it is later revealed that the woman is an actress hired by the host to manipulate the audience. Back in the game, Anthony and Stephanie, both gravely injured, continue onward. Despite his wounds, Anthony remains determined to complete the game and reunite with his children. Meanwhile, Stephanie encounters Joy, whose intentions are far from good. Stephanie presses on, only to be confronted by a massive saber-toothed tiger. She hides under a rock, causing the tiger to fall off a ledge. However, as she emerges, Joy appears and pushes her off the cliff, leaving her to be devoured by the tiger. At headquarters, the staff discuss the game's final two players, Anthony and Joy. Meanwhile, the technicians discover suspicious signals transferring game data elsewhere. Upon further investigation, they realize the signals are coming from Lara's computer. It is revealed that Lara is a secret government agent sent to expose the truth about the game. Lara confronts Sienna at gunpoint, killing the guards and taking control of the headquarters. In the final stage of the game, Anthony and Joy awaken in a desert, chained by their ankles. The host explains the objective. They must find a key buried in the sand to unlock their chains and cross a finish line. The first to do so will win the game. As the host disappears, Anthony begins searching for the key, but Joy attacks him instead. During the fight, Joy reveals that she was the one who murdered Anthony's wife. Enraged, Anthony overpowers her, but the host, eager to prolong the battle, releases several T-Rexes into the arena. The dinosaur's presence forces Anthony and Joy to temporarily evade each other. Joy eventually finds the key and frees herself, but she is blocked by a group of dinosaurs as she attempts to reach the finish line. Meanwhile, Anthony discovers another key hidden in the sand and frees himself as well. The two race toward the finish line with a massive dinosaur in pursuit. At the last moment, Anthony leaps across the line, narrowly beating Joy. Joy's collar detonates, killing her instantly, while Anthony is declared the winner. At the headquarters, Lara and her team take control, revealing the unethical practices of the game. She forces the host into the virtual reality world's final stage, where he is eaten by dinosaurs, dying in real life as well. However, company security guards storm the headquarters, killing Lara and her team. Anthony is mistakenly shot during the chaos but survives. Months later, Anthony recovers and is exonerated of all charges. He reunites with his children and begins a peaceful life. Meanwhile, a reporter announces the success of the Jurassic Games' first season, teasing the upcoming second season, ensuring the cycle of danger and entertainment continues. The story concludes here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more such amazing stories.